I'm Greg Garbos of 4 Season Tools. What we're building today is 4-foot by 8-foot freestanding benches. We're just building the frames because the surface for the benches can vary based on the purpose. There are several different components of this bench. We have the legs, which come up, it has a 90-degree bend in it, comes across for the horizontal bar on the surface, then goes down to the other leg. There are 3 of these legs in this table. We then have the 8-foot pipes that run the full length of the table. There's 2 along the top, 1 on this side and 1 on this side. We have short diagonal braces that are built inside of the legs. So since there's 3 sets of legs and these are on each side, there are 6 short diagonal braces. Then there are 4 long diagonal braces. The long diagonal braces connect the legs to the 8-foot pipe and only at the 4 corners, so there's 4 of those. The braces are attached with 1 3/8 inch brace bands and with 5/16 inch carriage bolts. The 5/16 inch carriage bolts are secured with a 1/2 inch deep socket. Where the legs meet the 8-foot pipe, we put in 2 5/16 with a 5/16 inch magnetic bit. We put in number 12 by 1 inch self-tapping screws. There's also finishing plugs on both sides of the 8-foot pipe just to really make it look nice. And then this particular type of bench has an adjustable bottom to it, so there's a nut that's swaged into the bottom of the leg, and then there's a large carriage bolt that goes in and out to adjust this for uneven surfaces. This is what we're shooting for. Let's talk quickly about how to make it. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make all of our table legs. So what we do is we take our 1 3/8 inch brace bands and we put 2 on for each corner. We open them up a little bit to make them easy to slide on. We put our first one, we slide it up, we rotate it around the right angle, and then we come and we end up here. We put another one all the way up. After we've built our first one, using a right angle, we can make sure that we know exactly where it goes. Then going forward, we can measure from the right angle to each side, and as long as you line your brace bands up with the same measurement on both sides, you know that that's in at a 45-degree angle. We've got a nice flat surface to work here, which is really, really nice. So what we've been doing is instead of using the right angle, we've taken this piece, we put it upright, and we put the leg against one of the beams of the barn that we know is at a right angle. That way we can line our brace bands up with our measurements, tighten it down to ensure that our legs are at exactly the right spot. After 3 legs are built, and we made sure that all of our brace bands are facing the same direction to make sure that they look nice, the next thing that we did was we took our 8-foot pipes. We put our finishing plugs in both ends, and then we did make 1 mark on the pipe. We measured from the end of the pipe over to 47 inches, which will be the edge of where the middle piece goes. So in this bench behind me, you can see that. So you mark all the way down, and we measured over here. There's a mark right here, right where this center leg goes. When we're getting ready to put those together, what we do is we take our legs and we slide on 2 1 3/8 inch brace bands. 1 onto the 8-foot pipe and 1 onto the leg. This is where the long diagonal brace will go. When we put the legs to the 8-foot pipe, we start by just putting 1 self-tapping screw edge. Once we've done it on this side and on that side, we come over, line this up with our 47-inch mark, put another screw in each side for the middle piece, and then we put our other piece in over here for this leg. That temporarily is the first step in putting the legs onto the 8-foot pipe. Then we take our right angle, we'll put our right angle right up here, and we'll make sure that our long diagonal braces are at a right angle, and we'll go ahead and tighten that down. You can use the same method of measuring up on both sides to make sure that you're equidistant from that to make sure that this is put in at a 45-degree angle. There are short diagonal braces and long diagonal braces, making sure that they don't hit each other when they're installed. After everything's done and all the way squared up, we'll go ahead, we'll put the heavy-duty carriage bolts in the bottom to level the legs, and then we'll go back through and we'll put a second self-tapping screw in every seam where the legs meet the 8-foot pipe. And that's how we build our benches.